So the next question is, beyond the ideation and prototype phase, what other hurdles did you face in building an IT company? For example, hardware startups are prone to collapsing when they face insurmountable problems during the manufacturing cycle. So I guess like one is like manufacturing, and did you face like a regulation problem?
Next question. What are the challenges that you are facing as a first mover in the industry, or like new technology in the industry, especially in educating and introducing your technology to target market? So let's start with Aashish.
Yeah, so I think for us, yeah, we face this in a big way. So we are taking an approach of education. So basically, instead of just trying to develop marketing materials, go to talks or go to trade shows just to have a booth there, um, the way we create a brand or website, it's all based on just being able to educate on what wireless power transfer is and how it can help you, and that it's real, right? So those are the things in which we are just trying to still establish. It's difficult. It's quite tough because it's very hard to even get to a point of, okay, what features you want, and it will actually save you cost, because right now cost and price point and also savings is pretty much a secondary aspect. Everyone's still trying to figure out what is wireless power transfer. Is this real? Is it reliable? Is it safe? I mean, all these questions will come up first. Then later on, it's all about cost and value. So that's the part where we are trying to get past, is the initial education about that wireless power transfer is all around right now. I mean, NASA's done tests, Warren Cleft Tower from Nikola Tesla point of view, a long time ago. I mean, people have been doing it for quite a while. I think we just try to educate people that it's been around for a while, it's just not being commercially available. Or no real commercial applications kind of turned out of it. And that's what we're doing, and it's something which we just have to constantly educate. It's tough. It's very difficult.
Yeah, I think it's more like seeing is believing, right? Especially for your technology.
Exactly.
And even when Arya and I came to your office, we were astonished because we saw that it works, and it works. When we came, it was like 50 meters, right, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, and how long is it right now? The range?
I mean, it's still 50 meters. I think
50 meters?
as we went with customers, didn't really require anything longer, so we just stuck with 50 meters. Yeah.
Yeah, it is still a big thing, because what we know is like wireless power for smartphones is very, not even 2 centimeters, right? And
yeah.
So so thank you, Anthony. How about you? The challenges, especially in the
Sure.
smart locks. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. I think what Aashish said is pretty much what we feel as well. The whole education of the market is so important. I mean, with physical keys, I mean, because keys is the thing that we always say, right? The first thing you do when you leave your house and the last thing you do when you come home is to reach into your pocket, take the keys, and unlock your door, right? To go in and out of your house. And so people are so used to this kind of mindset that if you remove that and you completely go digital, people are like, hey, what about my keys? Is it secure? And these are things that we really faced a couple of years back. Not so much now already. I mean, a couple of years back, it was really like this. And so one thing that we really learned from the beginning was that you always need to bring the community along as you create your solutions with them. We have this thing called co-creating our solutions with the community as one of the ethos in the company. And this really started with our initial sets of customers who were Airbnb hosts. We really spent time with them, understand their pain points, and so that we were very sure that we were not just creating a vitamin, but we're really trying to create a painkiller. That getting rid of the keys really solved a pain point for them. and they were willing to invest in just swapping out these keys altogether, and there was a clear ROI. And so what we learned from the Airbnb community was that, when you have these 2 or 3 influencers that really like your product, and they gather together, sometimes during Christmas or Thanksgiving, and they share, how do you host better, then this kind of message spreads a lot faster, and they realize that the brand really has their best intentions at heart. They're really trying to solve a problem for them. So this kind of whole co-creating a solution with our community thing really kept with us as we started launching new products over the past couple of years. And we really take the extra effort to go out of the way to organize events like this where we can engage the community. So, for example, last year we held the Singapore Smart City Summit, where we get quite a lot of property developers, people focusing on smart cities, or like people who are thought leaders in the space to come together and to really explore certain new technologies from startups, from ourselves, and also what kind of pain points that they have, so that they will be able to have a better matching and better understanding of the solutions, rather than because like Ardi was saying, right, seeing is believing. So we create opportunities like this, and we host it, and the whole entire thing was really for educating the market and showing that we are thought leaders in the space as well. Most recently, go ahead.
Do you join like trade shows as well, like Aashish?
Yeah, very similar to Aashish. We go into too many trade shows. I think before the COVID, we are like in 50 trade shows in a year. That's like 1 per week, right? So like our teams will be in different areas. But I think like in our space, when we go into the trade shows, there will always be 1 or 2 other smart locks. Very different from a space where it's completely new, right? Greenfield. Whereas in our space, there'll be 1 or 2. So I think people are slowly getting to know the value of smart locks, and for us is how do we differentiate ourselves for the customers that we focus on, and that's what we stay very focused on. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, there are so many smart locks, but
Yeah.
How many competitors of you that are using a similar technology?
Right, it's very few. But from the customer point of view, from layman point of view, a smart lock is a smart lock. That's also a challenge that we face. Why is your technology better than their technology? And I think that's also part of our team trying to showcase that we focus a lot on data, we focus a lot on privacy and security, whereas other kind of digital locks, for example, they're just basically making something out from China and selling. Because if you go to China today, you probably are faced with 3,000 factories selling digital locks. They might not be smart, but they're digital, and they might look smart because they say that they're all smart locks. So I think on the marketing side as well is also a challenge that we're facing even till today. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Since manufacturing is such a large part of the business, do you think there might be a manufacturing shift away from China down the line, all things considered?